Okay, now please close your eyes. I hope you have done it for yourself as to find out about that restlessness. Please, what prevents us ask, what is your problem? What is your problem? The person shall say, I have stomach disorder, I have COVID, I have backache, I have kidney problem. And what the doctors do? They will cure your disease. Listen carefully. They will cure your disease. They will cure your disease. They cured your disease called stomachache because you had overeaten and therefore stomach upset. There's a lot of pain. You told that. And he gave you some medicine that is cured. Listen. After 3 days, again you come back. Again the stomach upset. Now please tell me, just if it's a simple stomach upset, who creates that stomach upset? The food creates or you're eating? He is taking care of the food that you are taking and the condition, that hunger, that stomach upset that caused, he taking care of that. Listen carefully. This is that is I am trying my best to convey it in a simple way. He healed, cured the disease, roga, but he did not cure the rogi, I. I brings the roga again. Are you getting that point, please? Are you getting that point? There are million rogas, but one rogi, I. Sugar was there. They gave you the medicine for curing the sugar. You cured the sugar. But you, the I thought, I, individuality, cannot resist eating the sugar. Why he cannot resist eating? Because the moment the thoughts come, memory of sugar comes, memory of the taste comes, the person cannot resist. So quietly goes and eats it. Again the sugar is up. Why? Because the rogi is not cured. Are you getting that point, friends? How to cure this indigestion? Don't overeat. You give the tablet to take care of the indigestion. After 3 days again. Or some people keep those tablets so that they can eat more and eat that medicine also. Are you getting that point, please? No, this is very simple. So what is your disease? Who creates that disease? Roga, understand. Like aging, because I told you the moment you are born, we are dying. The moment you are born, you are dying. That's a disease, the fundamental disease. Changes are continuously taking place. Aging is not a disease. Changing is not a disease. Because you are not causing it. You can stop aging. You cannot stop changing. This is natural. Please. But when you are hungry and you eat wrong food, that decision, overeat something, then the doctor gives you the medicine that is cured. But you can't stop eating. Disease comes back. So if you look at the creation, please, if we look at the creation is not a roga. What you call as the bhava roga, listen, what you call bhava roga, the changing is not a disease, aging is not a disease, hunger is not a disease, it naturally comes. And hunger can be satisfied by any food. There is no particular food in the shelf which says, hungry, take this food, which will satisfy your hunger. No, every food will satisfy your hunger. Any food and every food will satisfy the hunger of your stomach. But any food and every food will not satisfy the hunger of your mind. So that hunger you have created. The hunger for a particular food, particular sound, particular touch, particular taste, particular smell, this perfume, this food, this taste, this touch, this sight, this sound. Who can cure? Brings restlessness. Who creates that restlessness? Please sit down, friends. Please sit down and quietly sit down. The creation doesn't induce restlessness in you. Morning comes, restlessness doesn't come. Evening comes, dinayaminyo sayam prata sisirava santo punarayata. It dawns is the dusk, day, night, seasons. They change. They don't bring restlessness. Body is not afraid of changing or aging, neither the creation. Thoughts are reporting everything is changing. That is not restless. I am restless. Suppose you want to understand this truth, therefore what you pick up the ideas, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am the Brahman, I am the consciousness, I am the truth. Suppose you pick up. Okay, before going to the last one, you pray God, everything will be fine. So what do? You don't want to change your habit, but you want to pray God so that the alcoholism goes. You don't want to change your habit of taking drugs, but you want to pray God. You don't want to change the habit of eating fatty food, heavy sugar, but you want to have a pray God or have some miraculous cure. Why? I don't want to change. Who creates that roga? When you sit down, then only you can observe who is restless. Roga is a problem, understand. Changing the body changing is a problem. Body aging is a problem. Eyes are losing their capacity, is it a problem? Or that idea of I am aging, I am changing, I am dying. That is why this I feels so overwhelmed. The people who are trying to commit suicide, please think. What do they say to themselves? I can't take it anymore. My husband, my wife, my child, the humiliation, the lack of love, respect, disrespect, this nothing, I can't take it anymore. My body is diseased, I can't take that diseased body anymore. So people, because of the pain of the body, they want to do. Who is crying? I can't take it anymore. Instead of dealing with that they kill the body. Who creates that restlessness? Just one little thought. That is the rogi. Not only friends, you look at your rogas, what are my stomach upset or I am rich or poor, not only you are looking at your own little limitations and roga, but there is another super roga is there. Looking at other people's roga and forgetting yourself. You know, Swamiji, you don't know, that fellow, very restless. Oh, hey, overeating, always fat. Always getting angry. You are a diagnosis center. You diagnose everybody. Your restlessness comes from the diagnosis of other people, but you do not diagnose yourself. So your roga, please understand friends, what is your roga? Changing is not a roga. Dying is not a roga. Dying is not a disease. Changing is not a disease. I am dying. I am changing. Nobody, please understand this friends, nobody can cure the disease of change, changing, aging or dying. Can anybody stop changing of this universe? Can you stop the rising sun, the moving earth, changing season? Nor can you stop the changing body, aging body. You cannot. That cannot be cured. If you consider that as a disease, it cannot be cured. That is a samsara, bhava, where everything is subject to change and becoming, that cannot be cured. And what is the problem here? Not because it is changing or aging, but because in all of us, the I thought, I am aging, I am changing, I am restless. When you go to doctor, they create your roga, but they don't touch the rogi. They touch your roga. What? Bypass surgery. Because you eat, overeat and don't do any exercise. Arteries are hardened. Oh, I don't know what to do. You don't know. You only did it all. You are not born with hardened arteries. So what do the people do? They go there. And the doctor, what does he say? What is your disease? Listen, what is your disease? Arteries hardened. So, we'll do the bypass, 5 lakhs. So that you feel so comfortable. Appa, that's nice. After 5 months, 6 months, you come back to bypass the bypass. Second surgery, third surgery. Because doctor cures the disease, but never touches the eye whose overeating caused the disease. That is why the doctor is not healed either. He continues to tell you lies also. When you don't need a surgery, you need a surgery. You don't need to be in ICU, they'll put you in ICU. You go for your toes, they'll give you for a brain scan. He is diseased. Physical health is, understand, keeping the body all right is not enough. You are mentally diseased. Your greed, your thought, understand. So you have greed, listen carefully. Similarity, you have got greed. What? You saw the mangoes, I gave you one mango, you say, very nice. Then you say, thought comes, greed, another 4 or 5 mangoes. So that is your disease, it's not your mango. Why are you interested in that mango? It's not your mango, it's not your money. Why are you interested in that money? It's not your land. Why are you interested in that land? Please listen. So since it is a disorder now, disorder means you are disturbed, then I wanted to cure it. When you come to me, I cure you. How did I cure you? 4 mangoes I gave you. I gave you 4 mangoes. So your disease is that for some time you don't want anymore. Why? For some time you don't want anymore. After you eat it, after 2 days, little more mangoes. I satisfied your desire, but I did not deal with the person who was creating the desire. Are you getting that point, please? It's an amazing similarity. When in our world outside, we are busy going to doctors, and he is busy curing our roga, diseases of many, many kinds. But he doesn't know how to do that because he himself is a rogi. So what he does is, listen, he gives you medicines for curing your physical body, but your habit that triggers that disease, that habit belongs to you. You can stop drinking. You can stop smoking. You can stop eating. If these are all physical habits which creates physical problem, you can stop being angry. You can stop being jealous mentally, thought-wise, emotions. Who is creating? Who creates desire? Objects don't create desire. Please, friends, see that. Objects do not create desire. Objects do not create a dream. Objects are there, eyes are there to see it, thought has come. And when you are perceiving, sensation is natural. You saw the mango, you touched the mango, you taste the mango, recorded. Nice mango, nice taste. I want one more. Now who creates that want? I want it. When you do that, it becomes a strong desire. You can see people, other day, yesterday, I was watching there, somebody going there are mangoes, he looks at everywhere. I don't want to tell the name of the person, he looks at everywhere, takes a stick, then he looks at everywhere, takes it and goes away. I smiled, I never said anything. Because suppose I pick you up that, what will happen? I'll destroy him for life. To know people's weakness and not to talk about it, it needs wisdom. Because it gives a sense of superiority. When you make everybody inferior, you are a thief. That means I am so honest. Have you talked about your theft to anybody? Have you talked about your greed to anybody? Never. Think of it. The thought comes up. If you got it, suppose you're restless now, mango, you got it. Greed, more. Did not get it, angry. Now, by giving you a mango, I am curing your greed for a minute. By succumbing to your desire, I am pacifying your anger for a minute. That is when people are very angry. You did not give me. I am not going to look at you. So how do you pacify? Give him whatever they wanted. You did not respect me. You did not do these things to me. So how do you pacify? Go and fall at his feet. This is like taking the medicine. But the diseased, he is there. He shall create more greed, more desire. Are you getting that point? He will create more desire, more greed, more anger. He will be frustrated. You cannot take away his anger and greed because he is the creator. He is the rogi. The rogi creates the roga. That is why I am coming into this, because you remember that verse which is so beautiful in that Dakshinamurti Stotram. Gurave sarvalokanam, nidhaye sarvavidyanam, vishaje bhavaroginam, Dakshinamurtaye namah. Amazing. Listen to that statement. Vishaje bhavaroginam, not bhavaroganam. Do you understand the difference? He cures not the bhavaroga, but he creates the bhavarogi. Are you getting the difference? Roga is not a problem. Death is not a problem. I am dying brings it. Change is not a problem. I am changing. Riches is not a problem. Riches are not arrogant. I am rich. Poverty is not a helplessness. I am helpless. Are you getting that point? This diagnosis, Pariksha lokan karmachitan, this is pariksha. You see who is doing it. Vichara, viparita chara. Travel back to yourself, not the world. When you have been taken for granted, man is mortal, is like telling disease is natural. Dying is natural. Diseases, they are not natural. It is induced sometimes. Please, it's a very sweet, I don't know what to write. Diseases are not natural. Then everybody should have it, no? Why everybody is not cirrhosis of liver? Why everybody's kidney is not lost? Why everybody is not obese? Why everybody is not angry? If it is natural, naturally we are aging and changing. Are you getting that point? Naturally we all are aging. Naturally we all are changing. But are we naturally angry? Are you naturally hateful? Naturally jealous? Naturally restless? You have to create your desire. Desires are not natural. Perception is natural. I hope you understand it, friends. You can read million books, but as long as you have not read yourself, that is why when people say, oh, we are doing sadhana. What sadhana are doing? Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means what? I am reading one book, every day I have to do 2 pages. Swadhyaya does not mean reading a book. Swadhyaya, study yourself. Read this book of body. Read this book of mind. Read this book of sense organs. Read this book of emotions. Read this book of memories and read the reader. Thousand books. Atmavare srotabhya. Listen carefully. Beautiful. Atmavare srotabhya. It must be listened to. What is that? Atma. Atma means what? Yourself. How do you listen to the self and then you define what? Asabdam. It is not a sabda. how are you listening? How are you going to listen something which is not a sound? All that you are listening is about it. That by which you are listening is you are it. Mahadeva. Have you not heard that famous statement? Hate the sin. Hate not the sinner. Everybody says, wow. Hate the disease. I'm just opposing. Just think of it. I'm just extending that. Hate the greed. But don't hate the greedy. Are you getting that? Hate the sin, not the sinner. Hate the desire, not the desirer. Hate the anger, but not the angry. Do you know what are you telling? So if I don't hate, I'm not hating now. You are curing the anger, but not curing the angry. You are keeping out the sin, but you are not touching the sinner. You are pampering the sinner. You are pampering the person. As a result, what happens is, so what does he say? So you come once in a week, tell what all nonsense you have done, it is gone. Pampered. Yeah, I can do no wrong. Think. Don't have to hate the sin. You don't have to hate anger. You don't have to hate jealousy. You don't have to hate. In fact, you not only don't have to, you have no right to hate anything in this universe. Is it yours? You have created a nice, forget nice, you have created a painting. Be human, friends. You have somebody writes a letter, some handwriting, makes a painting, does a cooking, sings a song. When he asks you, how is it, what shall you say? Even if that music, that singing is Gardhava, the donkey, what shall you say? Nice, thank you. Just be gentle, polite. The person does a painting. The children, when they do it, are you critical? When a grown-up children do it, same thing. Somebody has done a painting, it's fine. You don't denounce them, because it is his creation. If child's creation you don't denounce, even the painter's painting, if you do not denounce, listen, friends, the whole creation is not our creation. How can you hate sunrise, sunset, this weather, this season, that season? How can you hate the changes? How can you? Nor can you hate the sinner who is creating it. Don't hate the painting, hate the painter. Don't hate the painter, hate the painting. What is the painting without the painter? What is the desire without the desirer? What is the anger without the angry? So what happens when some person doesn't become angry? Listen carefully. When he doesn't become angry, because whatever he or she wants, that's what he or she gets. So what he shall say? I am now very nice. You are nice not because you are nice, but the circumstances are better. When the circumstances change, you shall explode like a volcano. Why? Ahankar is hiding. Rogi is there. The roga can be suspended for some time. When you are hungry for food, understand, you are hungry for money, you are hungry for a jewelry, you are hungry for name and fame, you are hungry for something. By getting that jewelry, by listening to that music, By touching that something, for whatever you are hungry for, your hunger is satisfied for some time. Hunger is satisfied. Understand? Physical hunger will come back even if you don't want. But the hunger for sound, touch, taste, smell, this greed cannot come back unless you are there to build it. I hope you see that, friends. I hope you see that. Because you are so busy blaming the whole world. But Upanishads are so beautiful. They talk about the nature of the world. What is the nature of the body? Asti, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinasyati iti. Shad vikaravat sthula sariram. Sthula sarira, the gross body which you have, it has got sixfold modifications. It is in a potential state in father and mother, not your responsibility. Born in the mother's womb, jayate, vardhate, growing, not your responsibility. Child is born, the body is born, not your responsibility. After born, growing, fed by the parents, not your responsibility. Aging, 10-year, 15-year-old, puberty, all this, that is not your responsibility. Listen, friends. Parents were doing it, time was taking care, body was growing. After that viparinama, when you're 14, 15-year-old, vardhate viparinamate, then after 20, what happens? Parents got away. Now it is your responsibility to take the body. They didn't tell us also what to eat or what not to eat, because they were also giving us food. They are taking care of our hunger, but never telling us about ourselves. Now what happens? When parents were feeding me, I had no choices. I was a child, no ahankar. When I am earning money, I am young, I am educated, I am independent. What shall I do? I shall eat. What shall I eat? What I like, not what is good for body. Parents were feeding the body what is good for the body. They want a healthy child. You have no choice as a healthy child. But when you eat, not that the parents know that, parents knew about that this body has to be fed. No, they just feed the body, that is a child. If they don't feed, they will feel bad. So many complications, friends, just think of it. Anyway, when you grow up, you want to eat. What shall you eat? Parents are giving you good food. What is good for you? Any problem? Doctors were curing that. Finished. Then when you take over your life, I eat what? Whatever I like. Whichever I like, I create a greed. Who creates your greed? Your thoughts, your desire. Thoughts are natural, desire is not. Perception is natural. All of us shall see the same flower, same gold, same diamond, same fruit, same man, same woman, same thing we shall see everywhere. But everybody will not make a desire out of it. Our perception is same. Our thoughts are same, only up to thought level. After that, depends on I. I want it. You create your desire. So if whoever fulfills your desire, very sweet. Good father, good mother. And you feel very great because when the child says, you are a wonderful papa, you are a wonderful mommy, because you are also hungry for appreciation. It is so complicated. But then the child takes over his life. Now as he grows, from simple food, he wants complicated food, you can't afford. From a simple walking or cycling, he wants a motorbike or a fancy car, you can't afford. So now you are destroyed that I can't afford. So you understand? Other parents are giving, I am not giving. Who is creating this problem? So every disease, understand, anger, hatred, jealousy, for sometimes it is cured. But the person who is cured, for whom the disease is cured, the roga is gone, suspended for some time, but the rogi, individual, is there to create new desires. More he wants greed, he shall create anger, delusion, obsession, everything he shall create. So if you tell people, don't be angry, just get rid of the anger. Oh, don't be greedy, don't be jealous. These are not the matters of advice. They are known as the simple, stupid advice. The advisor himself is destroyed, devastated. Don't hate the sinner, hate the sin. So don't hate the angry man, hate the anger. So you are that way, what is happening? You are pampering the I. Challenge the I. You want to cure the, understand. I hope you understand. Certain diseases, call it change, whatever, like aging, changing, can never be cured. Death cannot be cured. But one who is afraid of death, who says, I am dying, that I can be cured. That is why the emphasis on Bhishaje Bhavaroginam. Bhavaroginam Bhishak. He cures the diseased, not diseases. I hope you understand that. You cannot cure the diseases. When I say I cannot cure this, don't bring your mind and say, but stomach ache is cured. You're stupid. I hope you don't get into that mode. The fundamental things, changing and aging, is continuous. Can you stop changing and aging of the universe? Can you stop changing? But you can stop I am changing. Wow. Can you stop aging? You cannot stop aging. You cannot stop aging for yourself, your own body. You cannot stop changing your own physical body. You cannot stop changing the seasons. You cannot stop changing what? Then all the changes of nature. You cannot. You cannot stop, please think of it. You cannot stop eyes seeing and not having a thought. Perception means thought will be there. Perception will means sensation will be there. So perception is natural. Sensation is natural. You cannot stop it. And true to the perception, a thought is natural. You cannot stop the thought coming because after your perception. But to prevent that thought to become a desire, you can do that. Choice is yours. Build a desire. Dream. How much? Anything you like. But don't make that dreaming a disease, desire a disease. Oh, I'll be very happy if I get it. So this I is creating the greed, anger, hatred, jealousy, sense of respect, disrespect, wanting, not wanting, all the time struggling. So who is creating your problem? And that I is fed with secular ideas, religious ideas. What? Man is immortal, meaning don't look for immortality. Samsara dukkham. Nobody has been happy in this world. Therefore, what is wrong if I am happy? These vasanas are very difficult to get rid of it. Why should you get rid of any vasana? Very difficult to get out of the desire. Why do you want to get out of the desire? When it's created, created. Memory is very difficult. Why are you worried about it? You drop out and see the problem is there or not there. What people want? Understand the misconceptions. The misconceptions. People don't want to change their habit of eating, but they want to cure the stomachache. How? People do not want to. You are asking him, drop your habit. You don't ask him, who created the habit? That way, except you, the rest of the world is blamed and damned. Samsara dukkham. Poverty is dukkham. Physical body is like that. Sense organs are like that. Please think of it. Thoughts are torturing. No. Nobody is torturing. The dawn doesn't begin the torturing of yours. The day and night changing. Your physical body aging is not frightening you. Understand carefully. Just look at it. The sense of death, sense of change, just look at it. Who creates that restlessness? Think. Observe your body. Are your eyes restless? Your ears restless? Your tongue restless? Your nose restless? Do they have a demand? Have eyes ever put up a demand? Ears have to demand? Tongue has a demand? Nose has a demand? No. At least, please see that. I say, please see that. At least, sense organs, when they're open, the eyes you can keep closed, other organs you cannot keep it closed. Anyway, just think of it. The tongue also is always closed there. But just think of it. Don't go into that mode. Just see the point. Eyes are there. Can you stop seeing? Automatically, seeing will be there. Perception will be there. You do, as you change, perception will be there. Your ears are wide open. Can you stop listening? Listening will be always there. Taste will be always. When you are hungry, you take the food, you can't escape the taste. When you are hungry, you will remember your tongue, eating, tasting. Tasting is not always. You are hungry, fulfilling your hunger, taste you are tasting. Listen carefully. Then breathing. Since you cannot stop breathing, you can't stop smelling. Since the body is wide open, cold breeze, hot breeze, hard, soft, these sensations you cannot stop. But that does not make the sense organs restless, that does not make sense objects inducing restlessness. Are you getting that point? And thoughts are also coming in through the perception. Thought is not also restless. Now, come to your other set of sense organs of action. Vak, Pani, Pada, Payu, Upastha. The tongue. Can it talk by itself? You choose not to talk, let the tongue talk. Mouth. Walk. Pani. Are the hands moving? Hands are restless. It must move, it must pick up this, pick up that, do something. Hands, fingers, everything moving. Where is the restlessness? Pada, feet. Are they restless to walk, swim, run, climb? The instrument helps you in different types of actions, climbing, jumping, running, sweeping, swimming. But itself, the football is not crazy about playing. The football runs around, you kick it. It's not football's mistake. Exactly like that. Your excretion and procreation, are they restless? Excretion, restless excretion. It's an activity through that. Procreation. Who demands? Sit down. What do we tell people? Don't speak like that. You must learn to keep quiet. Keeping your mouth quiet is not quiet. Your mind will drive you crazy. If you do not talk, you will have a volcanic eruption. When after some time you open, wow, you will talk because you are holding your tongue for a long time. Restless. Was the tongue feeling restless? Keep the animal scooped up in a room. Open the door. Whoa. High speed they will go away. Children also same thing. You also same thing. Because restless. The hand is there. Is the hand going for the flower? Hand going for the telephone? By itself? Hand is now going for the paperweight? Hand is dragging something? So where is the restlessness? Thoughts come by themselves, but thoughts don't bring restlessness. I feel restless. I engage my body into activity. I engage my sense organs into activity. I engage my organs of action into activity. I dream of going to Himalayas. I dream of going to Alaska. I dream of going to Moon, Mars, anything you like. It's your dream. You cannot stop the creation from changing and aging, but you cannot stop perception to take place, sensation to take place. You can't stop thoughts to come, but you can stop converting the thoughts to a desire. You can stop your physical body from activities. Your activities are not natural, normal. I mean, in a sense, it doesn't happen just like that. You saw the mango and you have to go for mango, unless you are an animal. Animals do that. And animals also do that. There is food there, the animal will eat it up. But once it's finished, you put another 1 ton of food, he won't look at it. Human being? Who gives you that? Greed, comparison, competition. Who? Comparison, competition belongs to whom? Your body? Your senses? Or the I thought? I. Same thing. Death is not your creation, but I am dying is mine. Change is not my creation. I am changing, I am aging, I am dying. And I. So once you cure that is the power of God. Because of that, you suffer the sense of mortality. You are not mortal. Body is mortal. Sense organs are mortal. World, creation, everything is mortal. Everything is changing, dying. Thoughts are changing and dying. And you, identifying with it, you are dragging the mortality onto yourself. If you want to be immortal, give up that stupid dream of extending the mortality of the body. You cannot. As even you did not decide when the body will be born, you are not there to decide. You shall not be there to decide when the body is going to go. Mortality, you cannot stop. But the I, who identifies with the condition of the body, aging of the body, mortality of the body, changing of the creation, thoughts changing, sense organs changing, but I no more change with the changing body. Because I is not there. For me to be there, so bhavaroga, so God doesn't cure the roga. The Guru doesn't cure the roga. Rogi is taken away. Rogi is taken away. That's why Vishak, Bhava Roginam Vishak. I again and again say that. Because we go to doctor to cure the disease. We don't go to doctor to create the person. As a result, you come back again for the bypass. You again come back for the sugar. The person who is causing it is there. Oh, when I go back to ashram, it is so nice. So why it is so nice? Because you are known, your husband, your wife, your child, those who you consider as the devastation or the volcanic eruption, they are far away. So you are suddenly out of everything, and you say, oh, it's very quiet. So this place is very healing. It's very healing. What is healing? Healing means what? For some time there is no restlessness. You are taken away from the familiar surrounding. Very happy. So you thought battery is recharged. Yes, battery is not recharged. When you come back home, the same I fellow who was thinking everything has gone and enjoying that, oh, it is so nice, so quiet, suddenly you feel, how long do you be like this? What happened to battery charging now? Run out again in 1 second. So if you want not to change with the body, not to die with the body, not to suffer with the changing thoughts, perceptions, sensations, emotions, go to the person, the I, which was creating, not was, is creating everything. And the moment you discover, who is this I? You are conscious of your thoughts. That is why I sit down. You are conscious of your thoughts. To be conscious, you don't depend on thoughts. But for the thoughts to be there, you need to be conscious. The moment the thoughts come up, you are not conscious. You are conscious. Thoughts come up and go. You are conscious, perception takes place. You are conscious, sensation takes place. That is why in every perception, yatra yatra mano yati, wherever, whenever the thoughts move, consciousness is there, samadhi. Wherever the body moves, samadhi. Pashyan, shunvan, asnan, gachan, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, thinking, doing every activity, every thought, in and through that. You are always there. You cannot be absent. Body cannot be present, ever present. Nothing shall be ever present in this universe. And why do you want to live for, why do you want to live and body, with my body I should be ever living? Are you crazy? As many years are given to you, enjoy your days. By seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, don't try to be happy. You are happy to change, happy to see, happy not to see. You are totally restful because, listen carefully, to be restful because I am immortal. Appa, there is no fear of death. No fear of change. That is, this happiness thing doesn't work. If you say happiness is sensation is coming to things, please understand. You are happy for a sensation, happiness begins and ends. That is why death is not just death of the body, death of million kinds. Death of million kinds. Not only the death of the body that frightens you, death of a relationship, death of what? What shall I say? Your position comes to an end, relationship comes to an end. Sensations come to an end, perceptions come to an end, long before your body dies. Youth is ending, perceptions are ending, sensations are dying. But all these different types of death coming to an end, beginning, birth and death, everything begins and ends, million types of birth and death. Sound begins and ends, perception begins and ends, sensation begins and ends. Always happening. Every beginning can create a trouble for you, and ending also can create a trouble for you. Or a beginning can give a relief, end can also give a relief. But when you are there, eternally available, existing as you are, aham asmi sada bhami, I am there all times, all places, all conditions. I never am absent in this universe. Natvevaham jatu nasham, natvam neme janadipaha, na jivana bhavishyamaha sarve vayamataಃ param. Hey Arjuna, there was never a time when I was not, I am not, I will not be. You are not, you will not be. All these kings who are not, they are not, they will not be. The whole creation was not or is not or will not be. Everything was, is, will be. Nitya sarvagatas tanu achaloyam sanatana. Once you see that, in the changeless substratum, what changes are taking place? None of your business. You can make it your business if you choose it, make it your business. I don't care if the food is there or not. Hunger is coming, okay, we'll take care of it. How? Eating. What? Whatever is available. But why whatever is available? I want to create. Do it. You begin your own artificial hunger and satisfy your artificial hunger. If you have created your hunger, if it is satisfied also fine, aborted also is fine. People can't believe this. They can't understand that. You shall not, thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not, you shall not, you is not, it should not be. What is the should and should not? This will appear like a devastation. For most people it will be, oh, it is perversion. No, friends, appreciate. I am happy, eternally available, that's my nature. And where do you find it? Listen carefully. There where you see death, deathlessness is in it. There where you see change, changeless in it. The same I, identifying with the body, identifying with the thoughts, when it's changing, die, fear, the same I, when he knows I'm conscious of all these things. This fear of death, where is that? In your head. Restlessness, where is that? In your head. Thought. Every thought, pratibodha viditam matam, amrutatvam vibindate, bodham prati. In every thought, you are the beginningless, endless. In every perception, you are beginningless, endless. In every sensation, you are beginningless, endless. Since you are beginningless, endless, what else you want? Do you want a beginning? And if something begins, let it begin. I am beginningless. Something is ending, let it end. I am endless. Enjoy the beginnings, enjoy the ending. Happily suffer the beginning, suffer the ending. What language you want to use? Don't ask me. Absolute freedom. Absolute freedom. Kamanni kamarupi anusanjaran. Edat samagaya naste. Ha boo ha boo ha boo. What is the ha boo ha boo ha boo? When you are happy, what do you say? Apa, aha, oho, uhu. That's the language. Is a continuous aha, uhu. Why? Because absolutely thrilled with himself. Everything begins fantastic. Comes to an end, wonderful. You are living, so nice. Tomorrow your body will go, wonderful. So long it existed, no. I thought any day it will go. Tomorrow at last is going, huh? Oh, right, let it go. Because you have lived well. Because you know you never go. The space will never grieve the presence of the cyclone in it, the presence of the water in it, or the absence of the cyclone or absence of anything. The space will never grieve. Silence will never grieve the presence or absence of sound. Formless will never grieve the presence or absence of forms. Consciousness, infinity, immortality is not there to grieve or not to grieve. That's your being, who you are. So that, who are suffering it? I. You suffer the roga, you create the roga. So when you are not there, bhavaroginam bhishag. So here the teacher, call it Ishvara Vaidyanathan, in Vaidyanathan Koil, call it Ishvara, Guru Ratmeti, Murti Veda Vibhagine, Ishvara, Guru Atma. So the person who helps you to see what? That rogi is gone. Who is the rogi? Who drags everything onto itself. Who is the rogi? Who creates the desire, creates the anger. These are, and you call, oh, kama, krodha, lova, modha, moha. Why are you afraid of that? Let them be there, or let all emotions, some more complicated emotions also you can create. Nothing wrong. But you are not there. So when the rogi is cured, roga doesn't matter anymore. When the individuality is not there, changing, aging, anything makes no difference at all. You enjoy everything. If nothing is there, you are also as blissful as even nothing is there. So who can get it? Everybody can get it. That is why, this immortality clinic, here and now, you are immortal, friends. Understand, this is one thing, when you see it once for all. But when you go, these relative diseases you are curing, you can cure for some time, not once for all. So Atmagyan, when you get this truth about yourself, cure the disease, the ahankar, the I, which is bhavarogi, who was taking himself as limited, when you cure him, limitations also don't create any sense of limitation anymore, because you are not that. It is cured once for all. Relative things cannot be cured once for all. It begins, it comes to end, it can come back. Immortality, once for all. Now, forever. Close your eyes, friends. You must observe. You take one of your emotions, analyze your own emotion, your own thought, your own eye. Do not see the diseases of others. You will not get anything out of it. Don't try to heal others. That will not try, it will not get anything out of it. You can't heal somebody unless the person chooses to be healed, know about himself. You can't punish somebody unless the person drags it on himself. Every person has this infinite power, limitless. Nothing ever chooses. Atmana vindati viryam vidyaya amrutamasnute. Atmana viryam vindati. You gain the strength, infinite strength. Nothing can pull you down. Vinasasya nakaschit kartumarati. Nobody can ever touch it. Atmana vindati viryam vidya amrutamasnate. Change, death of many kinds. You can't escape. The roles, your body, your mind, your world cannot escape. And the changeless, deathless, immortality, you cannot escape. One you cannot change, other you cannot escape. Immortality, inescapable. Bliss, absolute, inescapable. Changes you can't hold on to. It will change by itself. You can stall the changes. You can initiate changes in changeless. Impossible. So be the self.